Okay, see Lindelof videos, algebra, factoring, and geometry. Here we have a geometric solid. So we have this cubic type function. It's not a perfect cube, but we have this function here, and we're given that its volume is 40, and we're told that its height is x minus 1, its width is 2x, and its depth is x minus 4. And what we know about the volume is that the volume in this case is equal to length times width times height. So, and that the total volume is equal to 40, so I'm going to bring this down and say that all that crap together is going to equal this. From here, I'm just going to start to fill in the blanks, and as I do, I'm going to say that we have 2x times x minus 1 times x minus 4, and we're given a fixed volume of 40, so is equal to 40. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to expand this thing out, and it kind of turns into a real pain in the neck. And as I expand this out, I'm not going to actually do the expansion with you, but what I got was, when I finish expanding this, you might want to just pause the video a second and do this expansion yourself, but I got 2x cubed minus 10x squared plus 8x plus 8x is equal to 40. So that was what my cleaned up expansion looked like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this whole thing equal to 0. So set to 0. And it's the way you solve most polynomial functions. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to get 2x cubed minus 10x squared plus 8x minus 40. I just subtracted 40 from both sides. Is equal to 0. And now I'm going to factor by grouping here. So I'm going to try this factor by grouping thing. And the way I do this is just, I kind of just look at it like this. I'm like, okay, I have this piece right here. And this plus sign, I'm not erasing it on purpose. I'm just going to put it over here. This plus sign is here. I want to make sure I trap whatever that sign is, trap it in there. And then, excuse me, and then I put a plus sign in between, so your professor, your teacher knows that your intention is not to multiply. And if you multiply the positive 1 through here, the parentheses would come down. If you multiply this positive 1 through here, the parentheses would come down, and nothing would have changed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look here and see what I can factor out. And I think I can factor out 2x squared. So I'm going to take out 2x squared times x minus 5. Just to check and see if this works. 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. 2x squared times negative 5 is negative 10x squared. That's working. And here I'm going to, from this side, I'm going to factor out positive 8. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to put this color so we can show you what I'm doing here. Right? And then isn't it true that 8 times x is 8x, and that 8 times negative 5 is equal to negative 40? Hopefully you're seeing what I came up with here, because now we have factored by grouping. This confuses people again because of what I'm about to do. It looks like I'm dropping one of these. I'm not. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to say 2x squared plus 8 times x minus 5 equals 0. So somebody out there is going to go, oh my God, he dropped one of those. How did he do that? Is it magic? Does the guy know what he's doing? Those are two different questions. But having said that, look at this for a second. What this top piece means is this, that our intention is to take 2x times this and then times this. Using FOIL, isn't that what we do? 2x squared times x and 2x squared times negative 5. Isn't that what we did here? And then our next intention would be to take this 8 here and multiply it times this and then times this. Well, isn't that what we do? 8 times x, and 8 times negative 5, 8 times negative 5. So all we've done is we've grouped this. We've grouped these pieces. Remember, now we're looking for a solution, and we want to know when is this times this equal to 0. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece out, this piece down here. I'm going to set this equal to 0. So when is 2x squared plus 8 equal to 0? Hopefully you can see that it's never equal to 0, because we would have 2x squared equals negative 8. We divide both sides by 2, and we get x squared is equal to negative 4. And then we'd be forced to take the square root of both sides. And we know that this answer is undefined. It's actually an imaginary answer. So this is no solution here. So no solution here. So the question is, do we have a solution here? And we have the same thing. X minus 5 set equal to 0. X is equal to 5. Is that a possible solution? When we go up here, we put this in. 5 minus 1 is a positive number. 5 minus 4 is a positive number. And 2 times 5 is also a positive number. So all of our lengths are positive. So x is equal to 5 is our solution. All right? So it looked like we might have 2 solutions. This one turns out to be imaginary, but this one is real. So there's our answer. I hope this is really helpful to you guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Appreciate it.